All I wanted for Christmas was Argo blockchain to be saved, and it looks like we have a bit of a patched up version, but it looks like we have that news. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back. Buy, hold, sell. Making sure my mic's on. It is. Buy, hold, sell. Hope, of course, you're all well. First off, get me on my social medias. I have forgot that I haven't pushed my social media platforms in about 8 months. And now, over the last couple of months, I'm doing these unbelievable, inspirational quotes. You've probably never seen anyone on any social media platform put up inspirational quotes. But I'm doing that now, so if you just want to get on, get uplifted, get inspired this 2023, because coming this year is going to be one hell of a gaping, real misery and pain, but it will be the year where we find the stock market bottom. It's coming. We've called it a year ago that we were going to have in the bear market, and it's going to turn into recession, then it's going to come into the depression. The depression is about to start. Yeah, it's coming. But then it will be the bottom, and then we will turn around and we will ride it up. So if you want to get involved, get me on the socials, add me, please subscribe to the channel, help me. And without further ado now, we will talk about the purpose of the video. It's going to be a quick one. Not doing no special effects, no reading out stuff, RNS, well, I'll read out the RNS, but that's it. Reason being, told myself I was taking time off the stock YouTube so I could focus on my other YouTube channels. The other YouTube channels, such as The Deal Hunters, which is going live. Guys, now today's deep chats are all about side hustling tips. We're talking about the used car market. We're talking about buying bangers to drive. I'm in the used car market right now. I'm looking for a new car. I don't want to buy it, but I have to. I need a new car. And I'm just trying to explain the rationale. We were talking about bangers, cars that are cheap cars, because while the car market has maybe pulled back 7%, I see another 20%. So I don't want to be buying anything too flashy. Looking for something to tell me over 6 to 12 months. So leave your comments down below if there's any bangers that are reliable and worth looking at. That's not what we're talking about though. We're talking about Argo blockchain, baby. The Discord has blew up. My YouTube, Instagrams, everything, everyone messaging, well, what are we doing? What's happening? What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? And as I keep saying, as I repeatedly keep saying, my thoughts are always going to be in my Discord. So look, plenty of great stuff over the last, really the last 24 hours. It's all blew up. It all started with the bank holiday trading session in the UK. The market's not being open. We got a notification from Argo to say that they will be halting all trading of the NASDAQ ARBK ticker symbol. That got a few people wondering, well, what could be happening? Is it all good or positive news? I put my thoughts in and I said, guys, I think this is good news. I think we kind of knew that there was something positive in the pipeline. They were working on something. I don't think that they would halt the shares if it was a bad news scenario. We got good news. Let's be honest, it is good news, because what I've covered in the last few videos was we didn't have the certainty. We didn't have any certainty that Argo was going to be able to see out even 2022. The bullish scenario is they have kept their machines and they will fundamentally keep their business exactly how it was, which is mining Bitcoin equivalents. That is fundamentally what is happening. The downside, and this is the huge part of it, is that we no longer have our Helios site. Now, they've done a deal, a good deal, to allow operations happening. We know about Galaxy Digital. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to literally focus quickly, and I'll emphasize quickly on the deal. Sale of Helios for $65 million. So all that money bought on Helios, all the debt, all the issues, we shook a hand, a terrible deal, and got rid of it for $65 million US. They've done a bit of a rejig. They've looked at the finances, hosting an agreement to keep Argo machines at Helios. Then they did a video. Well, Peter Wall did a video. First time we've really seen Peter Wall. I've been crying out for him to do a video. It was great to see him back. It was great to see that he looked a bit less stressed than what he was with the last video. But my view on it was their hands were behind their back. They've probably done the best deal that they possibly could. And by that, they had to get rid of the debt. They were not going to be able to keep the lights on. They had to do something. They needed help. That was it. And you can look at all the other explanations in the other videos, current market conditions, Bitcoin falling, blah, 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 blah. Whatever the scenario was, it's done with. it's in the past. I was never for blaming people. I did believe in the scenario, and we are where we are. Is that always saying there's no point looking at the past? Look forward. So the scenario that we find ourselves in now is we no longer own our site, which is not good, but it is what it is. The positives are it reduces our total debt by $41 million US, improves liquidity, it simplifies the operating structure and allows us to continue mining. It takes away all the risks, all the issues with Helios. I would like to know exactly what the agreement is, how many years it's for, what's the scenario. But look, Galaxy Digital have been friends of ours, so I'm hoping that it is a deal that looks after everybody. And it will allow us to hopefully see Bitcoin go back to 100,000 and beyond in 2024 and so on and so forth. And from reading that at a high level, it looks to be that we have that security now that we will see the next bull run in Bitcoin. So the only real risk for me now is looking at this going, is Bitcoin going to be the future? Is it going to be profitable? Is it going to go to 100K? Is it going to have a huge big bull run? I still believe that is the case, although we've seen a few issues with this recession in terms of it really wasn't that hedge that everybody kind of thought it was. But I still see a place for it and all that. So I feel a lot more confident than what I did before Christmas, that's for sure. Plenty of stuff, plenty of talking. I'm not going to read it all out because it's all there in the Discord if you want to read through what everyone's thoughts are here. Then we got a tweet today at 7 a.m. saying done deal, which is good because Peter Wall said there was a deal and there wasn't a deal and all that fiasco, which brings me to the real negative that I took from the video, is his explanation of why he had to do that. He says, as a publicly traded company, we have to inform you if there's negotiations going on with a deal and blah, blah, blah. And while, yes, there is an obligation to tell shareholders, he could have waited until the deal was done or something was more concrete fact. And what really actually contradicts what he says is the fact that we only found out about this when the deal, well, technically speaking, came done the next day, but I would say that was actually signed, sealed, delivered. The deal was done. Wasn't the same terminology that I used in the first video. It was more, oh, we're looking at it, could be this deal, could be, where it was done, this is it. So I actually don't buy what he said there. I think he jumped the gun. That may have shot us in the foot massively, but again, that's the past. This is the future. Future is the share price reacted very, very positive to this news. My internet's around this. I live in the sticks. It's like a lovely wee spot, like, but you can't get internet out here, so I'm using like mobile broadband internet. So I'm like using a mobile internet. I'm hoping that's going to change. I actually am looking at Starlink as well, Tesla's thing, but it's just freaking fortune. It's like £95 a month, and you have to pay the kit. The kit's like 600 quid. Can't really justify that when my internet bill is like £18 at the moment, but it's coming. Let's see. Are we loading now? We're loading now, baby. Look at that. Okay, so shape. ARB then, it just went bananas, up 152% from the highs to the lows. Wouldn't take much, to be fair, for that stock to pump that kind of level. We have then seen it fall about 22% since then. It was lower, but on the day itself, it's cooling off after a serious pump of 150%. For it to fall only 4%, I think it's good. ARBK didn't quite match up. We've talked about potential reasons behind that, but we still can't see that the news has seen a pop of about 20%. But we have seen on the 5 days trailing 63% rise in the share price, and in the previous day we did have a close of almost over 36%. So that is still a very nice rise. Now, what did I do? Well, what I did was I went green again on my ARB. So people that watched the video, although I got a lot of people thinking that I sold, that wasn't the case. What I did was give you a clickbait title because that's the game. But what I actually did was I sold my ARB LSE position on the news that we were going to Cape Town, and I rebought straight away with my proceeds that I sold. So I think my money had went down to, if it was, say it went from £100 to £10, I sold and put that £10 back in just to reset my position. That is not my monetary value, that's just for an example. But I did that, pumped in the money, and then it fell and gaped out. But then yesterday's big pump of 150%, I went green, bit of profit there, and I thought, well, you know what it is? I'm going to sell, get the money out, and just move it into ARBK. I've kind of just made my peace with it. I just want one ticker symbol now. I can't be bothered trading the two markets. All in, brought that average price down because it was down about 94% on the ARBK. Bought the average price down, and I'm sitting, I think I put in the Discord, I'm about 82% down now. I also put in a lovely graph that explains if your stock is say 80% down, you need a 400% rise just to have your money back. So it's a long road back for Argo blockchain. But what do I see it doing? Well, I think this news is positive. I think you're going to see a lot of miners, as I've said in the other videos, a lot of miners, a lot of cryptocurrency companies and blah, 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 even market coins and stuff will go bust. People will start looking at the landscape. They'll start going, well, who's secure? And I think this deal gives Argo blockchain the principle of the way they were going to mine is still intact. They don't own the building. They'll have to pay some sort of commercial, I don't know what the scenario is there. But generally speaking, all that debt is gone. I actually think Argo blockchain are actually in a good enough position. The main thing is they're going to be able to ride this out. They're going to continue mining Bitcoin. And if you believe Bitcoin will go to the friggin' moon one day, then I think Argo blockchain will have the potential again to be in a fantastic position. Don't forget, we've still got our situation in Canada, in Quebec. So look, there's plenty of positives. It's been a really negative run on Argo blockchain. For whatever the reasons, if you believe it's their fault or the circumstances or a bit of both, whatever it is, we are where we are. We have the update and it has survived. And I think it will survive. The only way I think that it won't survive is if Bitcoin just disappears and it's over. Or just in general, maybe the deal that they've done turns out that transpires that it isn't as good as what we think. But look, that's really being bearish and looking for issues here. To me, to summarize, I think, personally speaking, that I'm still holding, I'm still in on it, while the original investment that I put in is fundamentally, there is a big change. They don't own that huge asset that is the Helios site and what that could have meant in terms of further revenue and just the general, the debt and the gaping that they took. It's not a great deal, let's be honest, but keeps the lights on. I got a message from a couple of people that work on the Helios site. They are delighted. They got the good news that their jobs are safe. That's good news, guys. It's going into 2023. It's going to be a rough year, but do I see this pumping hard? I could easily see Argo blockchain go higher up. What I did, and I think part of the reason why I think the ARBK symbol has not pumped as hard is because the ARBK could be at risk of getting delisted, but we have 6 months to see that change. And I would be very hopeful that in the next 6 months we will find our Bitcoin bottom. And I think once the bottom comes, I think it'll pop hard. Do I see 100K this year? No, I do not. But could I see Bitcoin going back to a level of 30 to 40,000? Perhaps by the end of the year, yeah, absolutely. So there's positives to be taken. We're not at the bottom yet. Rough road still to go down. In terms of buying more, well, I did buy more. I sold my LSE position, pumped that into the ARBK position. And then what I did is actually added a bit more on to bring my average price down. So I did actually put more money into Argo blockchain, again, on the back of this reassuring news for the long hold. And that is the video. I said it wouldn't be long, but it turns out to be long. Mostly me just talking. Hopefully, as I found that informative. I did get a lot of people messaging me and I felt I owed you all this video. So if you have in any way found it informative, please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. And I will be back very soon covering Argo blockchain. Once the dust settles a wee bit and we can start seeing patterns, we can start seeing where this is going to start trading to. We'll look at support levels, resistant levels, but it just needs a couple of days now to really settle, and we'll talk about it in the new year. So if you're interested in a positive video to look into for 2023, check out this one. This is how to become a millionaire, the most simplest way that I can make it. If you do the tips in this video, I can guarantee you that you will become a very wealthy person. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.